Mhm. Hello, hello, dear friends. My name is Victoria Moro, and this is Release of the Day. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find a lot of news about indie artists and music. Hello, hello, hello. I am so happy to be here with you tonight. And now together with me is fantastic artist. Hello.
Hello there, how are you?
Good, because tonight is release of the day. And how are you?
I'm doing good now.
Great. And are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Good. And then we start. Your name?
My name is Gary Pratt, and I'm a country music songwriter and singer.
Where are you from?
I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and grew up in a small little town outside of Pittsburgh, about 40 miles east of Pittsburgh. If anybody knows where Pittsburgh is, a small coal mining town that everybody knew everyone growing up, and everybody looked after each other. It was a real cool place to grow up, and lots of fields and lots of farmland to go riding dirt bikes and with your friends and all that. So it was a great experience.
Ooh, nice. Your music style?
My music style, I do like a combination of more of the older country, but also with a twist of the new. And some of my songs are a little bit different. It sort of depends on what vibe is going on when I'm writing the song. If you listen to my new album, it's a couple different styles of music, but it's all combined into one. It's basically country music for today, and I've been doing it all my life. It's the love of my life. So
Beautiful, beautiful. The last song you listened to?
pardon me.
The last song you listened to?
The last song I listened to was a Christian song by Casting Crowns. It was called. I went to their concert last night. I'm trying to think. Nobody was their last song that they played. I didn't have a chance to listen to music yet today. I've been working all day and haven't really listened to any music. But it was a great concert, and if anybody wants to go see a good Christian show, Casting Crowns, they're awesome. Awesome.
Oh, the last movie you watched?
I don't watch very many movies. I watch TV shows, not movies. Last TV show I watched was Monarch, which of course is about Nashville, and it's about a family in Nashville. So that was the last show I watched, which was, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday.
And in that way, your favorite TV series?
Big Sky right now. I don't know. Have you heard of Big Sky?
No.
No. It's pretty. Reba McEntire's in it, and she's a big star here in the States, and she's a little bit nutty in this. I think she's bipolar in this show, but that's not why I watched it. I watched it before she was in it. This is their second season, and it's a pretty chilling type of a show.
Now I think after you explained to me, I need to watch it. Absolutely. Because it sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, you got to watch it from the first episode. So you got a whole series to go through before the second year, but you got to watch it from day one.
Okay, thank you. Okay, which artists influence you most of all?
Garth Brooks influenced me a lot. and some Elvis. Um, I think those would probably be the two most people that influenced me growing up. As far as the style, I mean, I like to listen to a lot of the new people too, like Jason. Well, Jason Aldean, I love him too. So I would think those are probably my best three people that have influenced my music. Not to put aside the girls neither, because there's people like Tanya Tucker and Dolly Parton. And you got to give it to her because she reinvents herself all the time. She's such a positive person for so many people in so many ages. I just love her. I'd like to sit down and have dinner with her one night. I think she'd be a hoot, I guess. So there's a lot of influences in my music, and then but I like to have my own style that when people listen to me, they know it's me, and I think that's a key factor in a lot of the artists that are the big name artists. Some of the newer artists today, some of them are starting to sound alike. Even some of the girls, but if you start to be a fan of them, then you really realize who they are. But I like someone that's going to be very original, and when you hear their voice, you know it's them.
It sounds like you have a really huge experience. Very, very nice. Nice. And now, simple question. Now we go for simple question. Your favorite dish? Favorite dish?
My favorite dish?
Yes, simple.
I love salmon, but it has to be marinated right, and it has to be. In fact, I had that last night for dinner, so that's one of my favorite dishes. Or Chilean sea bass. So I'm more into the seafood, menu.
But for example, about Italian kitchen, do you know something?
Italian? What's
yes.
That? Oh, I love Italian too. Pizza, of course. Everyone loves pizza. Pizza's even good when it's bad, But I have a lot of friends that are Italian, so there's a couple dishes, that they make that, of course, are the rigatonis and all that kind of stuff. But more, there's something called bunda calda. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. It is. I don't make it myself. I just like to eat it. It's more of a like an hors d'oeuvre type of a dish. It's like oils and tuna fish and garlic, and it's all heated up, and then you dip like bread and cabbage and vegetables into it, and it's pretty awesome. So you have to look it up on the internet. I don't know how to make it, but my friends do. I think and then they also, actually, a friend of mine yesterday was telling me they were making claplettes, and that's some kind of little noodle that has meat inside of it, and it's put into a broth, and that's always good too. So I do have a couple Italian dishes that I like. Yeah.
Good, very good. You're like expert of Italian food actually. Really.
I'm a talented eater. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Okay. Explain your music in a sentence, or even better, in a word.
I don't know if the word progressive makes sense.
Good word, actually. Possible to understand a lot.
Only because it's like I said, it's a combination of like new music and the older music, and it's also like I keep progressing in music and learning new things every day. An artist, be it someone who's a musician or a writer or a singer, I don't think we ever want to quit learning. Every day we're trying to learn more to be a better, to be better at our craft. Even songwriting. Songwriting is a craft that, you learn, and the more you do it, the better you are at it. And you see different things in writing that you say, oh, I could have did this, or you go back to a song you might have wrote years ago, and you look at it, and then you know how to rewrite it, which I've done that. But I'm going to take the word progressive just because it keeps evolving and keeps getting new. And I hope that makes sense to you.
Thank you. Nice. Good question. Really good answer. Okay, and now, have you played any notable gigs, festivals, or other events?
I just headlined a concert in New Stanton, Pennsylvania, which was sold out. And I do a couple different types of gigs. I do gigs just with acoustic guitars, maybe like two, or we do like a full band type of bigger venues. And I played a lot at the Palace Theater, couple of fairs around, Westmoreland Fair for one. Coming up, I have a fundraiser I'm doing in Greensburg, Pennsylvania this Sunday, and it's for a guy that, he was probably in his 30s, and he got hit by a drunk driver, actually, and passed away. And his parents called and asked if we would do a benefit for him. So we're doing that on Sunday, and that's in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. And then usually the winter, I sort of take time off. We try to revamp ourselves, get a new show going on. I like playing a lot of festivals in the summer, and I like being outside doing a lot of gigs. But some of the bigger theaters around the Pittsburgh area that, I like doing those too. And I've opened up for so many different artists, Travis Tritt and Dwight Yoakum, Ronnie Milsap, Pam Tillis, who was awesome, and Lorrie Morgan, awesome. They treated me so well. This is a funny story. We were backstage, and the guys and I were practicing in our little room, and we had to knock at the door. So I opened up the door, and these two ladies were standing there, no makeup on. I opened up the door. I didn't know who they were, and because no wigs, nothing on. It was like, okay. I said, yeah, can I help you? And then they opened up their mouth and said, hey, we're going to dinner. Would you like to go to dinner with us? And I was like starstruck, I couldn't even say a word. I'm like, yeah, I'll get ready. She goes, no, we have to get ready. We'll see you in about 20 minutes. And then we went, and we actually had pizza that night. And they were awesome. It was just, they really treated me so well. And every time people ask me about the favorite people that I've opened up for so far, them two were the best. And after the show, they said, let's get together and we'll play some music together. And they were just really cool girls, and I respect them for that. So yeah, the wintertime we take some time off, but I hope they'll be opening up for some more people.
Great. Thank you so much for this answer. It's a very nice story. Really nice. Okay, and now simple question again. What do you think about talent show?
Talent shows, the ones that like the Voice type of thing. Okay. You know what? I think they're great because there's so much talent out there now, and some of these younger people, they have voices like, where did they come from? But I don't think you would see a lot of these people, and they would get the exposure. And if someone makes it to that point through all the auditions, they deserve to be there. And it takes a lot of courage to do it, for one. For another, It takes time to do it. And you got to be able to take rejection too. And I think too, these younger people, some of them are 13, 14 years old, and they might not make it the first time, but they got that experience to go back. But I think we get to see so much more talent now, because if not, and through the internet, and we get to see how many people that are so talented out there, especially singers and songwriters. I think it's a great thing.
Thank you. In what you believe in general?
What do I believe in general? I believe that God puts us everywhere we're supposed to be. He guides my life every day, and through hard times and good times. And by looking back at my life and things that have happened so far, I know he's guided me the whole way. And we're all a work in progress, and our family has gone through some difficulty and some tragedy within the last couple years, and COVID did not help any of that. But we have a strong faith, and my brother passed away, and my father passed away recently, and it's just me and my other brother now, and my mom, and my nephew, and we're believing in God, and we know we'll see my dad again. But as far as everyday life and my music, I'm where I'm supposed to be, and God put these songs that I've written and this whole album and the team to put it together, and MTS Records, Michael Stover Productions, and he's put us all together for this album. And I just believe every day, he guides my life, and he makes things happen. Even when I'm not looking or even trying to get something to happen, it sometimes just lands in my lap. And I got tons of stories to tell, but I know it's going to take too long. He's marvelous, and I'm glad he's in my life. And yeah, that's my belief.
Beautiful, really beautiful, very nice. And tell us, please, about your best quality and what is your weak spot.
Okay, my best quality is looking at reality and knowing the things I can change, the things that I can't change. And I think that I am a good person that listens to other people that are having trouble, and I try to get them to look at things the way I do. Because there's some things that you just can't change, and some things you really don't. You can't worry about it if it's not happening yet. A lot of people say, what if this, what if that, and it's like I sit people down, and I talk to them on the phone, and I say, why are you worrying about that? Because it's not happening. Let's do one step at a time. I guess I'm logical, and I try to show that to people. And a lot of times I feel like I can calm people down and get their thinking not so negative and so depressive. I think that's a quality that I have. I also like to take negative situations and try to turn them positive. And I do that a lot with my music, but also every day, I'll tell you a story about my dad passing away. He got sick in October, and he passed away in March of last year. And he had cancer. We found out he had cancer all the way through his body. And there's really nothing we could do. We went through treatments and stuff like that. Nothing was working. But I've seen people pass away on, not to put hospice down, but on hospice, where they're basically laying there, they're starving. They don't know what's going on around them. And I didn't want that for my dad. I wanted him to be alert, oriented, eating, and for And when he passed away, of course, it's awful, but my prayers were answered, because one day we were eating an Italian meal, and we had bun de coda, actually, because that was one of his favorite things. And the next day, our whole family was there, and we were talking, and he just passed away. He didn't have to go through, weeks or months of, starvation or declining. And to me, that's a positive thing, because we knew he was going to pass, even though we prayed and everything. But you got to accept things, and like that's turning something positive, because he could have been he died the way I wanted to see him pass away. To me, that was positive, and I like to take negative things and turn them positive. My weakest thing, it's very hard for me to delegate people to do things. I'm trying to learn to do that. I own another business, and a lot of times I want to take control of everything, because I know it'll be done right. Plus, I know what's going on with this customer or this customer, and I'm trying to learn to delegate. So I'm working on it.
It's good. And also, I think you're a very honest person, because now you tell to us very nice stories.
Thank you.
And it's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, I want people to know who I am. I think it's, I want people to connect. Everyone has problems in their life, and I want people to connect to me, not just with my music, but it's more than just about the music too.
It's personality. It's very important. Personality. It's really everything. Okay, and now our favorite question. You like it? I know. Everyone likes it.
Okay.
Please sing to us 15 seconds of one of your favorite songs a cappella.
One I wrote, or
depends which is your favorite. Maybe you can sing your song or something else.
People will be listening to one of my songs later. So I think "The Dance" by Garth Brooks is one of my favorite songs. So let me see here. Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd had to miss the dance.
Oh, thank you. Very nice. You have really beautiful voice. Very nice team. Okay, and our final question. Tell to us about your music project and your future plans.
Okay, my current project. It all began, I was doing a Christmas album in the middle of July, and it was very hot here, but so it was weird singing Christmas songs during, the hot weather. But I got this idea to do an album and dedicate it to my brother, because my brother had passed away probably about a year before that. And so I got this idea, and I brought it up to the producer and my producer, Brian Cole, and he said, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So we ended up actually recording like 25 songs, including the Christmas album and this album, all at the same time. And I started to bring in some songs that I wrote, and I wanted to get some combination of some good writers in Nashville, because a lot of times when I do an album in the past, it was just like a few of my songs, or like an EP type of a project. And this was going to be a whole album. So I wanted to get some well-known writers on the album. One is Tony Arata, who wrote the dance actually for Garth Brooks. I have Reba McEntire's niece, who co-wrote a song, and a couple other writers on the album. And then I wrote most of the songs myself. And so we were putting the album together and collecting the songs, and I loved how the album was going together. It was the sound of it, and how we were progressing with everything and getting everything done. The problem was I didn't want this album to be just like a bunch of songs dedicated to my brother, like sort of like they do a book. You open up a book and someone's name is dedicated, but the book has nothing to do with them. And I'm listening to these songs and nothing's making sense. Like, how am I going to put these songs together? And I told my producer about it, and he's like, well, everything sounds really good. I said, something's missing. It doesn't feel right. And I said, I don't even know where to start, what song to do first, or have on the album first or last. And he said, well, let me think about it. And I said, okay, I thought about it too. And went back into the studio, and he goes, I have a song I want you to listen to. And it was called Something Worth Remembering. So I listened to the song, and I'm like, once I heard this song, it reminded me of my brother, reminded me of me. And when I heard the song, I knew exactly what song was going to be first on the album. I knew what song was going to be last. I knew what I was going to even title the album just by listening to that song. So that song was the key song that really was the glue that put everything together. And if you listen to the album now, it's like a story. It's from being a child and, doing things as kids and then growing up and having heartache, and then also how do we get through the heartache and finding love, and how God put this person into your life. And having fun with your friends too. There's a song called A Song You Can Drink a Beer To, and it's a song about good times with your friends. It's songs about different things that may be going wrong in your life. Maybe you broke up with someone, or lost a job, or maybe you got a new job, or maybe you're getting married. And every situation in your life, you need a song to drink a beer to. And that's what that song's about. And the album just turned out to be such a story about my life, about my brother's life, and hopefully other people's lives. But the song that put that glued all this together was, like I said, Something Worth Remembering, which became the title of the album. And it was written by, like I said, Tony Arata. And I said, I don't know, Brian, I don't think do you think you'll let us record this song? And he goes, I'll check it out. And Tony said, yeah, go ahead and record the song. And, it was just to have his name on my album is awesome, and have some of these other writers. And so it was a project, from the heart and in remembrance of my brother. And I'm really proud of it.
Thank you so much. It was really, really nice story, and in general it was a fantastic interview, because it was very open, very friendly, very honest, everything. Thank you so much. And now, what song are we going to listen to now?
Okay, this is my new single. This is one of my favorite songs. They're all babies of mine, but this was one I wanted to release first, and I decided not to. And it's called Sounds Like Whiskey to Me. And the way I write my songs in different ways, maybe past things that I've done, or past experiences, or experiences someone else is going through. Sometimes it's just listening to other people, and a lot of times people have such good like hooks in what they're talking about. And I was at a picnic, and I was singing at it, and I heard this older lady. It's like got real quiet, and all I heard was, that sounds like whiskey to me. And I don't know what they were talking about. I was like, I'm gonna write that down. So I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. And I came home and I started writing a song called Sounds Like Whiskey to Me. And it's climbing up the charts. Couple other things. Can I hurry up and mention? I just won an emerging Emerging Artist of the Year with the International Singer-Songwriters Association, and also Songwriter of the Year last year during COVID. I won that, and it's such a great organization, and up for Josie Music Awards, and this whole album has done that for me, and it's a blessing, and every time I sing the songs, I of course think of my brother, and but I hope everyone likes this song because it's it sounds like whiskey to me. It's an up tempo, good time song. So hope you like it.
I'm having one of those days when nothing's going my way. The boss been shooting, spit me out. Don't even know what that's about. He says I've got an attitude. I just think he's being rude. At 5 o'clock when that bell rings, it sounds like whiskey to me. It sounds like whiskey to me. Pull a bottle from the shelf, light 'em up and pour 'em out on the rocks, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just have a shot. Give me one to give me two. I may as well have a few. I'll leave when I'm damn through. Sounds like whiskey to me. Can't wait, the weekend's all mine. I plan to have a good time. Just drink my beer and carry on. Won't even notice that she's gone. She's out of sight and out of mind. I'll laugh and dance to closing time. If someone mentions her name, it sounds like whiskey to me. It sounds like whiskey to me. Pull a bottle from the shelf, light 'em up and pour 'em out on the rocks, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just have a shot. Give me one or give me two. I may as well have a few. I'll leave when I'm damn through. Sounds like whiskey to me. Yes, I'll leave when I'm damn through. Sounds like whiskey to me. Yes, I'll leave when I'm damn through. Sounds like whiskey to me.